I wanted to go back to the rooted element, the common element that all these stories have together, which is actually the Mediterranean Sea itself.
What we want to do is offer a fresh perspective on the Italian heritage. We don't follow one person's story, we follow the story of the village itself. The village is the main character.
I had in mind little vignettes, almost like watching a movie. So you see different scenes and you learn about different characters and different people. And only at the end of the show, you really understand who those people are to each other.
You could land at any fishing village in any country on the Mediterranean, and there's a common spirit of the Mediterranean Sea. The piazza is where the show takes place. On one side of the stage you have the church, on the other side of the stage you have the bar, and everything that happens in the show happens in between. The event of the show is a religious ceremony celebrating the Madonna. They take the statue all the way through the town, into the town center, and then the band plays and everyone celebrates and eats and drinks. One by one, characters step out to sort of tell their story. Their story is told to us through the lens of an American writer who goes to Italy, as so many of us do, to find inspiration.
The poor is slave to the rich, and even the rich is slave to his own property. But everything fits together.
What he finds is so much more than his own personal inspiration. He finds something that even he can't contain within his words. You have to see it.
The first draft of Mediterranean Voices took place in collaboration with the music department of New York University. And I was very lucky to find the original cast to be Mediterranean people. We had a few Greek dancers, a couple of Spanish actors, and that really helped me develop the concept that to this day are part of the show.
We did our second draft at La Mama in New York City. And we had 3 performances. We didn't have live music anymore, and so we used pre-recorded music. It left us hungry for live music again. After the success of La Mama, we decided to connect with a group from southern Italy called Quarta Mentata. Quarta Mentata, they have the Made in Calabria sound is their tag, and what that basically means is that there are influences in their music from Turkey, Greece, Africa, all blended together, as Calabria was the place where all of these cultures overlapped throughout history. We didn't want to have the musicians hidden away in the orchestra pit like it is in a traditional show. We wanted to bring them onto the stage, let them be a part of the story. One of the first scenes is Le Lavandaie, which means the washerwoman.
When I was younger, I remember listening to stories from my mom and my grandmother, how they would wake up early in the morning, maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, gather all the laundry from the whole family, go to the river and wash the laundry for the whole family, and then go back home, put it to dry and go to work.
We have the single mother whose husband left. He's the one who traveled beyond the horizon to find a better life. And he's coming back to get them, but so far he hasn't yet come back. We also have Despina, the fisherman's wife. When the fishermen go out to sea, even though all the signs say that there's a big storm coming, they put out to sea anyway out of desperation because they were starving and they needed to fish. They needed to throw out their nets and bring them in and hope for a big catch in order to survive another day. When the fishermen don't come back, Despina, which means despair in Greek, we have a mourning procession. She sings this Greek lament. One of the scenes we created is about Carmela. Carmela is the town drunk and also an elder in town. And this character spends her days wandering through the town, drinking, smoking, and remembering. She has a line where she says, "Some people drink wine to forget, I drink wine to remember." And as she says that, you see the character of herself, her young self, and her lover come into the stage behind them, and they do this beautiful dance behind them as she sits in a cloud of drunkenness.
There are other moments in the show where we also describe the lighter side of the Mediterranean lifestyle. There is a scene that takes place in the taverna where all the men are drinking, getting drunk, singing, and making fun of the women.
Our other collaborator, Joe Church, our music supervisor here in the city, is a Broadway veteran, one of the creators of The Lion King, and what he's done is he's taken this music and helped us lay it out in a more of a theatrical way. There's a sort of groundbreaking format that we are trying to forge by doing this. Helping us do that are our collaborators, Quarta Mentata, the group from Italy, the Made in Calabria Sound, who happen to be signed on the Sony Classical label, playing the mandolin, the bouzouki, the puti puti, all these different instruments that they brought to bring the real sound of Calabria, the real feeling, the real elements and essence of Calabria to our production. We are also bringing in a whole giant new theater audience. We have discovered that there are 3.5 million Italian and Greek people living in the New York City tri-state area alone. That there's a lot of hunger, especially in the Italian culture, for heritage. Where did I come from? What is it that is inside of me? Why am I who I am today? Mediterranean Voices is not a dance concert, it's not a music concert, it's not an opera, it's not a play, it's not a musical, but there are aspects of all of those theatrical elements in Mediterranean Voices.
Mediterranean Voices is everybody's story.